I'll write the script directly. This is a content task, no tools needed. I want you to picture something. You're standing in your kitchen. You've just finished a glass of something the label swears is good for you. Green, clean, all natural. Maybe a protein shake your nephew said would keep you strong. And the whole time you're sipping it, your kidneys are quietly working overtime trying to clean up after it. Here's the part that should stop you cold. Some of the drinks marketed hardest to people our age are exactly the ones putting the most strain on aging kidneys. And most folks over 60 have no idea because there's no pain, no warning bell. The damage is silent, right up until it isn't. So today I'm going to walk you through 3 so-called healthy drinks that research links to extra kidney burden in older adults, the early signs of strain that almost everybody misses, the simple swaps that take the pressure off, and one warning sign of chronic kidney disease you should never wave away. And stay with me, because the single most important thing I want you to remember isn't about any one drink at all. It's a mistake in how seniors drink that I'll save for the end, and it's the one most people get wrong. Let me start by leveling with you about your kidneys, because once you understand them, everything else makes sense. You have 2 of them, each about the size of your fist, and they filter your entire blood supply roughly 30 or 40 times a day. They pull out waste, balance your minerals, manage your fluids, and help regulate your blood pressure. They are workhorses, but here's the thing nobody tells you. As we age, kidney filtration naturally slows down. It's a normal part of getting older. By the time many of us reach our 70s, our kidneys are simply not filtering at the speed they did at 40. That's not a disaster. It's biology. But it does mean that the extra burdens we could shrug off at 30 hit a lot harder now. The margin for error gets thinner. So a drink that was harmless to your grandson can quietly tax a kidney that's already working at a reduced pace. Hold that thought, because it's the key to this whole video. All right. The first drink on my list is the one that surprises people the most, the protein shake. Now I can already hear some of you, but protein is good. My doctor told me to eat more protein so I don't lose muscle, and you're not wrong. Holding on to muscle as we age is genuinely important. But there's a difference between getting protein from food across your day and pounding down concentrated protein powder shakes with 30, 40, 50 grams in a single glass. Here's why it matters for your kidneys. When your body processes protein, it produces waste products. Urea is the main one. And guess who has to filter that waste out of your blood? Your kidneys. Research suggests that very high protein loads make the kidneys work harder, a state doctors sometimes call hyperfiltration. For a young person with 2 healthy kidneys, that's usually no problem. But studies have found that in older adults, and especially in anyone who already has reduced kidney function and may not even know it, consistently high protein intake may accelerate the decline. The protein powder isn't evil. It's the dose, the concentration, and the fact that it's landing on kidneys that are already aging. If you're loading up on shakes because you think more is always better, that's the assumption I gently ask you to question and to bring to your doctor or pharmacist. The second drink might be the one that hurts to hear, because it feels like the healthiest thing in the world. Certain green juices and green smoothies, the ones built around spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard, and almonds. The problem here has a name, and it's oxalate. Oxalate is a natural compound found in a lot of dark leafy greens and nuts, and normally your body handles small amounts just fine. But when you take a big bunch of raw spinach, far more than you'd ever sit down and eat on a plate, and you blend it into a juice you can drink in 30 seconds, you're delivering a concentrated hit of oxalate that your system has to deal with. And here's the kidney connection. Oxalate is one of the main building blocks of the most common type of kidney stone. Many seniors report passing a kidney stone as one of the most painful experiences of their lives. And beyond the pain, research links repeated stones to a higher risk of longer-term kidney damage. There's even a rarer condition where excess oxalate deposits build up in the kidney tissue itself. So that daily green juice you're so proud of, if it's a giant pile of raw high oxalate greens blended down every single day, it may be doing something very different from what the label promised. I'm not telling you greens are bad. I'm telling you that concentration and quantity change the math. And that's a conversation worth having with someone who knows your health. And the third drink, This one I suspect a lot of you reach for precisely because you're trying to be good. Diet soda. You cut out the sugar, you switched to the zero-calorie version, you patted yourself on the back, and honestly, cutting sugar is a reasonable goal. But here's what research has been raising eyebrows about. Several large observational studies have linked higher consumption of artificially sweetened diet drinks with a faster decline in kidney function over time. Now I want to be careful and fair here, because this is education, not fear-mongering. These are studies showing an association, a link, not proof that the diet soda is the direct cause. It's possible that people who drink a lot of diet soda have other things going on, but the pattern has shown up enough times that it's worth taking seriously. On top of that, many diet sodas are loaded with phosphate additives and sodium, and both of those put extra demand on aging kidneys. The dark color of many sodas, the phosphorus, the sodium, it adds up to a drink that's working against the very organ you're trying to protect. So if you've been telling yourself diet soda is the safe choice, that's another assumption I'd put on your list to discuss with your doctor. Now, before I give you the better swaps, let me do the most important practical thing in this whole video. Let me tell you the early signs that your kidneys might be under strain. Because remember what I said, kidney trouble is quiet. It doesn't announce itself with sharp pain the way a bad tooth does. So here's what research and clinicians point to. First, changes in your urination, going much more often, especially at night or noticeably less, or foamy, bubbly urine that looks like the head on a beer. That foam can be a sign of protein leaking through. Second, swelling, puffiness in your ankles, your feet, around your eyes, because when kidneys can't manage fluid and sodium properly, it backs up in the body. Third, fatigue that doesn't make sense, trouble concentrating, a kind of mental fog, because waste building up in the blood affects your whole system. Fourth, persistent itchy skin, muscle cramps, or a metallic taste in the mouth and a poor appetite. And fifth, high blood pressure that's suddenly harder to control, because the kidneys and blood pressure are deeply linked. Each one drives the other. Now, any single one of these can have a dozen innocent explanations. I am not diagnosing anybody. But if you're noticing several of these together, that is not something to tough out or explain away. That's a reason to call your doctor and ask plainly, can we check my kidney function? And let me pause right here for a quick, friendly tip. If you want the simple one-page checklist of these early warning signs, the one you can stick on the fridge or hand to your spouse, I've put a link down in the description below this video. No cost, nothing fancy, just a clean list you can actually use. It's right there under the video whenever you want it. Okay, so let's talk solutions, because I never want to leave you with just worry. What do you drink instead? The simplest, most underrated answer is plain water. I know, it's not exciting, nobody's selling it to you in a fancy bottle with a wellness influencer's face on it, but for most aging kidneys, steady, moderate water intake is the gentlest thing you can offer them. If plain water bores you, add a few slices of cucumber or a squeeze of lemon. Interestingly, citrus like lemon contains citrate, which research suggests may actually help reduce the formation of certain kidney stones, so lemon water is a genuinely friendly swap for that green juice. Instead of the daily concentrated protein shake, talk to your doctor about getting your protein from real food spread across the day: eggs, fish, beans, poultry, a little dairy, in amounts that are right for your specific kidney function, because that number is different for every person. Instead of the high oxalate raw green juice, you might lean on lower oxalate vegetables, or simply eat your greens cooked and on a plate, rather than blended into a concentrated drink, because cooking and portioning change how much oxalate you take on. And instead of diet soda, try unsweetened herbal teas or sparkling water with real fruit if you miss the fizz. None of these are magic. They're just gentler on an organ that deserves a little kindness. Now, I promised you the warning sign of chronic kidney disease you should never ignore, and here it is, because it ties everything together. Chronic kidney disease, CKD, often develops over years with almost no symptoms, which is exactly why it's so dangerous. The single thing I'd burn into your memory is this: don't wait for symptoms to get tested. The most reliable warning isn't something you'll feel. It's something a simple blood test and urine test will show, called your EGFR and your urine albumin. Those two numbers can reveal kidney strain long before you ever feel a thing. So if you're over 60, especially if you have high blood pressure or diabetes, the two leading causes of kidney disease, the real warning sign to act on is the calendar. Have you had your kidneys checked in the last year? If a doctor ever does tell you your kidney function is reduced, that is the moment to ask carefully about every medication and supplement you take, because some common ones, certain pain relievers like ibuprofen and naproxen and others, are processed by the kidneys and may need adjusting. And please hear me clearly. Never stop or change a medication on your own. Always ask your doctor about alternatives and let them guide any change. And here's that most important point I teased at the very start, the mistake most seniors get wrong. It's not really about picking the perfect drink. It's this: as we age, our sense of thirst fades. So many seniors walk around mildly dehydrated without ever feeling thirsty, and then, worried about getting up at night, some swing too far the other way and barely drink at all. Both extremes are hard on your kidneys. Dehydration concentrates everything your kidneys have to filter. Too much fluid can overwhelm kidneys that are already struggling. The thing most people get wrong is assuming thirst will tell them what they need. After 60, it often won't. So the real skill isn't finding a miracle beverage. It's drinking steadily and moderately throughout the day, and knowing your own kidney numbers so you can tailor it to your body. That awareness is worth more than any superfood drink on the shelf. So let me leave you with this, friend. The drinks dressed up as the healthiest choices aren't automatically the kindest to an aging kidney. Protein shakes in big concentrated doses, raw high oxalate green juices every day, and diet sodas all deserve a second look and an honest chat with your doctor. Watch for the quiet signs, make the gentle swaps, and most of all, get those simple kidney tests so you're working with facts, not guesses. If today's video helped you see your kitchen a little differently, that checklist in the description is waiting for you, and I'd love for you to grab it. Everything I've shared today is general educational information to help you ask better questions. It is not medical advice, and it is not a diagnosis. Your kidneys, your medications, and your health are unique to you, so please take all of this to your own doctor or pharmacist before making any change. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. Keep taking good care of yourself, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.